Loves to try me. Loves to try me. Loves to try me. Loves to try me.
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Jesus. Damn it.
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Tired of this. Okay? Can y'all hear me? Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Now! Okay. I'm just trying to get started and see what we got going on here. It's just been a mess to try to get started. But I'm trying to get there. I'm just trying to make sure the ones and twos are here. Okay? I just don't hear nothing.
Ho, the things that you've lied about.
Wow.
Ho, the things that you've lied about.
Are we here?
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Okay, now seriously. All right, let's be nice and let's get all on one accord. I'm just trying to get my life together.
Ho,
Oops.
the things that you...
Nicki, not right now, girl, not right now. I'll talk for that right now. They said it's echoing. What's echoing? What happened? What's echoing? Tell me now. Hold on, let me see. Is it echoing? Let's see. What's echoing? Is this echoing? I don't hear it. But why would somebody say it was echoing? Okay. Don't start trying me, okay? Because y'all gonna piss me off with that. Hold on. Yes, hold on. Hold on. I need to add all right. So we're here, guys. It's been a minute since we were here, kicking and mumbling and cackling. I just want to make sure the stream is good, the sound is good, you guys can hear me. It's been 60 whole days since we were over here. They said the Nicki was echoing. Why was that echoing? Is the bomb echoing? Is this echoing?
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
I need to make sure. If not, let me know. But I'll fix it later. Okay, that didn't echo. Okay, perfect. All right. Shit, because I haven't used that. I haven't been here in a minute. All right. But nonetheless, we are here and we are going to talk. So, I mean, I'm a little late on the stuff just because I've been talking about every little thing that's been going on, but I've been seeing stuff on the internet and online, child. And so we just getting back into it. So we kind of chilling and coasting. I want to say shout out to everybody that has joined us on the 60-day manifestation cleanse. We closed it out over the weekend. I had a great time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna go on another one because baby sure did. I got tore on Saturday. I'm barely here, okay? Because Saturday, bitch was tore. Okay? I got tore. But nonetheless, we are here. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about the lawsuits because a lot of lawsuit talk has been happening, you know, and I just kind of want to really revisit everything and just give my opinions on like where we stand, you know, how that affected, you know, the artists, the bloggers, everyone's careers involved. I want to talk about the viral tweet that came up with me suggesting that Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj needed to give us, the moment for the culture where a lot of you, the Drake and Kendrick moment for the culture where a lot of you guys felt some type of way, which I don't understand why, but we'll get into it. Also, and the last thing is, hold on. Hold on. Where is my chat box? Hold on. What happened to my, hold on, y'all, hold on. Stream. Okay, hold on, because I got to see my other thing. I'm sorry. Because I'm everywhere right now, so I got to get it all. So hold on, let me make sure. Is it gonna be this? Let me see. Hopefully it pops up, y'all, because I don't even know if it's gonna show. Cause y'all know, okay, hey, there you go. It should be showing soon, hopefully. But nonetheless, child, I'm hoping that it pops up at some point. What in the fuck? Hold on. Y'all just bear with me. Just trying to get my bearings. I'm trying to get my bearings. And she's really not showing. Like, what is the tea? What is happening here? Why my shit ain't showing? This is making me mad. Copy, overlay, URL, save, add on, add, like, girl, what? I didn't mean to delete that. Apply. Oh well, if it shows, it shows. If it don't show, we'll have to figure it out for the next stream. Cause I'm just like, I'm not really understanding what's happening right now. My stream is like sounding real weird. Hold on, let me see. All right. But y'all saying y'all can hear me, so that's the most important part. It's no sound? All right. So boom. Now we're about to get into the vibes. I thought I was gonna have my overlay on here and it's not here. It's pissing me off. Cause what? What are y'all saying? Do I need to just delete the whole stream? Is it that bad? Cause like, do I need to start over? Oh, here we go. Oh, there's my stuff. Okay. It was coming. Just patience. Patience is a virtue. Oh, there we are. Yes. There she is. Okay. Yes. Because it was about to get.
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
All right. Now, we are back. And we got to get into some things, all right? So there's been a lot been going on while I was on hiatus with a lot of stuff. The lawsuits have been happening. The girls are getting upset. The girls are suing. The girls have been crying on live. And the girls were also trying to drag me out. Okay? We've been minding our business. They had us on all over their blogs because I had went and got the plastic surgery. So why wouldn't I start with myself? Okay, yes, those of you guys that know, I did go under some plastic surgery over the last few years, okay? Yes, it was a bad plastic surgery job that did happen. You talked about it on my Lux Life YouTube channel. We really got into some things. And some bloggers really went ahead and tried to, post that. And Tasha K was one of them. Now, I advised Tasha K, and I'm not really sure why she even went on that tirade because I haven't been talking about Tasha K in a while. However, Tasha K, this is for you in the back, and I know that you unblocked me and then went and blocked me when I put out that PSA. Tasha K, I do have a photo of you when you were in the office getting your lipo in 2023. Play with me if you want to.
Shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Tasha K, play with me. Play with me. I will post your photo. I will post your photo. I've been having it. Girl, I will post your photo. I'll get all the way in that bag and post your photo. See, it's people like you that feel some type of way about other people, girl, getting plastic surgery, but girl, you be wanting to get surgery yourself. Girl, you done got your teeth done. And I'm not understanding why that was any of your business. It didn't matter. I mean, you sent the people to me, but listen, don't bring me out, girl, unless you really want to play. So Tasha K, you keep your ball headed over to the left. Now, I just wanted to let everybody know, I do have a photo of Tasha K in her office, allegedly getting ready for her lipo. And the problem is the shit just didn't take. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with a little lipo. I've had hairline. I had a little filler here and there. It's time for me to go back, and I've had some Botox. Okay, and it's time for a new set of that too. So, and Flame Monroe, you sit your dirty ass down too. You need some Botox and fillers. I don't like you, Flame. Okay? You sit back. You sit this one out. Cause
shit gonna get ugly, okay?
Sit this one out. Sit this one out. Okay? Now we're going to talk about, the Doechii of it all, the Milagro and Megan Thee Stallion and all of these things, okay? And I also want to address this. People were talking about the cleanse. I see in the comments somebody said the cleanse didn't work. Understand this. A lot of you guys became the cleanse police when you guys found out that I was on doing the cleanse. But I've been doing this cleanse for like 3 years now. This cleanse was never about me not doing commentary or cursing a bitch out or crashing out or any of that. This cleanse was about me not drinking, not smoking, giving up vices so that I could build more things that I wanted to build in my personal life and in my business to make more money and sacrificing things for bigger opportunities to come. The cleanse is definitely working. And you just watch this channel, you'll see in a few months how it's all manifested, okay? I'll guarantee you girls are going to be ready for the next one. So until you actually, get on the cleanse, get your journal, do the book, you don't know what you're talking about. But I've seen a lot of haters in the back trying to discredit it, but it was because we had not millions, but hundreds of people following in, hundreds of people purchasing the book. So you guys were trying to discredit the work that we were doing. And I see now a lot of people were trying to bring me out to argue with them to say, oh, the cleanse didn't work. Well, the cleanse never was going to stop me from cussing a bitch out. That was not I wasn't cleansing myself from crashing out on nobody if I didn't feel that way. And actually, I chose not to come onto YouTube, this channel, because I want to focus on my Lux Life people because I was going live every day for 60 days, so I didn't want to burn out. In case y'all didn't know. So there's that. Now, let's get back to what we have on hand. Let's just talk about the lawsuits. Let's talk about the lawsuits. Who we got first? Cardi B, Tasha K. So you guys know the update. Tasha K now owes Cardi B $1 million instead of the $4 million. Tasha K went and posted a picture like she's so happy because she has these great lawyers and she went through bankruptcy court, and you know it's a win for her. And people were like, "Oh, major win for Tasha K because she doesn't have to pay back the $4 million." When in actuality, the whole $4 million has not been forgiven, but bankruptcy court did comb through her finances and determine that that is all she can pay. However, there is a caveat: if Tasha K makes more money. So if she starts to make more money, she will have to pay the remaining balance. If Cardi B and her team, they start digging through, or the bankruptcy courts find, hey, she's making more money and she can actually afford a little bit more to pay, Tasha K, they will have to then revisit it and she will have to pay more money. So this $1 million is only based on what it looks like she can pay. So as long as she keeps it looking like she ain't got no money, she can only pay this amount, then she'll be good. Also, she's not allowed to talk about Cardi B at all. See, she didn't really post that in the celebratory post. If she does go back and talk about Cardi B, then Cardi B can also come after that money again. So that is not a forgiven debt. It's more like of a pause. And mind you, Tasha K also has to pay back the money within 5 years. If she misses a payment, and I think the payments broke down into like something like $179,000 one year, $200,000 one year, $300,000 another year, over the course of 5 years, if it defaults on a payment, she can be subjected to paying that $4 million. So I know a lot of you girls are shaking your tail feather. Tasha K won, Tasha K won. Tasha K still dumb as hell. Don't get it twisted. Don't let the picture fool you. Tasha K still owe a lot of money. And even if it is $1 million, could you imagine having to make $1 million and have to give it to the next? Could you imagine that? Like, oh my God, now I got this money and I got to give it to you. That's a whole hell of a lot of touring. Now, on the flip side, this is not all bad about Tasha K. And I'm not even going to lie. This is not all in on Tasha K. But to be honest with you, this has affected Cardi B too. I don't think this was the win that Cardi B felt like it was going to be either, because we watched over the years, Cardi B still hasn't really came back to herself. Cardi B literally going through this lawsuit, trying to figure out the next move for her album. Cardi B has not been in a happy place, in my opinion, for the last 5 years. Whether it's been going through this lawsuit, whether it's been going through divorce, trying to find this album, Cardi B has not been happy for a long time. And I don't think that any one of them actually won out of this situation. Tasha K, for obvious reasons, she's a laughingstock, she's a joke. And I'm not even saying that to be rude, but I mean, people look at her as a joke. You don't even get to really spend that much time with your kids and your family. So there's that. But then Cardi B, you went and sued Tasha K. It did blow Tasha K up. It blew Tasha K up. However, it didn't really I don't feel like it really gave Cardi B the satisfaction that she's really looking for, that she really wanted. It's been like trying to find a needle in a haystack just to get this money. And then all these other residual things just started happening to her in her personal life. So people are just kind of like, well, yeah, you won the lawsuit, but your music career is kind of like non-existent. And it feels like your relationship status is just a mess. And it just seems like, oh my gosh, are you really, really happy? You have all this money, you have all these resources, but you're not really happy. If you ask me, when it comes down to this lawsuit in particular, I think that this lawsuit between Cardi B and Tasha K was an ego battle. And I think this is what we're seeing a lot with the women in the lawsuits. I feel like Cardi B and Tasha K were doing a nuts swinging contest. Tasha K won. She wanted the virality of the situation. Tasha K wanted to prove, I'm a big dog. I'm going to go viral. I'm going to do this for the YouTube. I'm going to be a star of this. Cardi B's like, girl, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you that you're not going to play with me because I don't like what you said. I feel harassed, blase, blase, blah. And actually, you know what? I don't really care about the money. I don't really need the money, but I want to humiliate you. None of them wanted to concede. And so here we are, lawsuit, because both of them felt like, you know what? I'm going to show you who the baddest bitch is. But if you ask me, I don't feel like any of them just really had a major victory. Yes, Cardi B, you got, the money, but are you really actually going to get the money? And I don't think that it really ended Tasha K. It just made her look like a joke. If anything, it blew Tasha K up a little bit more. And then Tasha K, I don't think she got the career that she wanted, but it did give her a little bit more clout. But imagine having clout attached to a debt worth over $4 million. So I don't really know if I would want to be either one of them, because now Tasha K is attached to Cardi B forever. If I'm Cardi B, I don't know if I really want that. If I'm Tasha K, I don't really mind the attachment to Cardi B, but I don't like the bill that comes with it. Does that make sense? So for me, it is what it is at this point. Then we fast forward to Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro Grams. Okay? Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro Grams. To me, this could have been also avoidable. And we're going to talk about it. And listen, I'm no saint. But we're going to talk about it, why it could have been avoidable. Milagro Grams, to me, I actually thought she was probably a little bit smarter than she was, but I think that Milagro Grams needed to learn the hard way. Because I think Milagro Grams, for a while, she didn't really want to admit, in my opinion, that she didn't want something out of the deal, whatever that is. And see, for a long time, and I hate to make this about me, but people would make it like, oh, Armon, you're doing this, you're doing that. Oh, you're an opportunist, you want this, you want that. No, it's just that at some point, if you're going to be doing something for someone, you feel like they need to give back, okay? And I feel like Milagro Grams went out and seemingly was doing the dirty work for Tory Lanez. Now that the paperwork has come, the filings have commenced, and the lawsuit and the trial is in order, now Milagro is I almost said the word. Now she's backpedaling as if she was just media being attacked. We'll get into that a little bit, but I want to explain to you, this doesn't just feel like the attack on a media personality, because Milagro, what she's failing to realize is, girl, you went to that courthouse. Yes, you were Team Tory Lanez. There was a lot of people that was Team Tory Lanez there. Majority of the people at the courthouse was given Team Tory Lanez. And you had even had lawyers for work, Team Tory Lanez. But Milagro Grams went there and was boasting and bragging. She was bragging about not being media. She was bragging about not having media passes. She was seen going to lunch with the family. She was seen going riding the elevators with the family. She was promised a podcast. Then she was going live with DJ Academics with thousands of people. And then it was like every day she was on Megan Thee Stallion's back. Now, she feels like Megan Thee Stallion should have sent her a cease and desist. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion should have absolutely sent her a cease and desist. I think that wasn't fair that Megan didn't do that and give her a chance to concede. However, I don't think that even if Megan did send her the cease and desist, she would have actually conceded. She would have gave like, I'm wiping my ass with this cease and desist. I feel like at the end of the day, girl, Milagro got way too far in bed and indebted to the Tory Lanez camp, and she felt like the academics is, and there's no shade to Uncle Joe, and with Joe too, but she felt like all the bigger people, the powerhouses, because they would mention her name and shout her out here and there, and and then the fans on Twitter, they were going to ride behind her because they all didn't like Megan Thee Stallion. However, she was the weakest link and doing the most work from inside the courthouse. So she got. I don't feel like any of these celebrities are not sitting around, not trying to build a case on us bloggers, especially if you have a platform. But the difference between, I feel like, me, other bloggers, or like Tasha K and Tasha K and Milagro Grams, the ego got involved. For me, I'll take a break. I'll dip out. I'm gonna apologize, girl, because I don't care about you that much. If it's starting to get too personal, which it has gotten for me, and it's getting too heated, I back up. Y'all call me all kind of names. I don't got it. I don't have the funds. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. And lastly, I don't want to be attached to you in that way. So y'all got it. You want me to stop? Want me to not talk about you? If I make, all right, girl, I'm out. I'm out. You got it, girl. I apologize. I don't have no problems. Girl, the best thing I could do is be successful. Because until you get some real stake in the game, until you really get some real seeding in the game, you can't compete with them because they got the money, even if they're not wrong. They got the money, even if they're wrong. So it's like, girl, the best thing that we can do is continuously to be successful and build our influence and build our stake in the game, so we're not easily moved. You see, Megan didn't run and go sue academics. Megan didn't run and go sue Joe Budden or Nicki Minaj. That's not an easy battle. But then two, they also weren't in the courthouse riding for Tory Lanez. They weren't there. And they weren't reporting on her in a way that she can get them on. Milagro liking or posting that deep fake video, that was what was able to get her, and then they tied everything else to it. So, and I think at that point, that's when it becomes too personal. There's things that I've seen about artists that I don't like, but I'm like, ooh, that's too far, because even if they are building a case against me, they can use that to hook me and then attach everything else to it and call it harassment. So, girl, I'm not about to get too far. We're going to keep it to your music. We're going to get into that. But I'm not about to play with this, because they probably waiting for the right moment just to get you. Tasha K, she wouldn't stop. She was being warned. Then you threw out peace. And it's on the girl. So it was like, all right, now we're going to get you. I already don't like you talking about me because you're not talking about me in favor. We know that. Female rappers are some of the most sensitive artists on the planet next to Drake. Love Drake, though, by the way, but still, female rappers are some of the most, if you're not singing their praises 100% of the time, they don't like you. This is why commentating on female rappers or female artists is probably one of the hardest jobs in the commentary space, because female rappers are extremely sensitive and they feel some type of way at the drop of a dime. And now Cardi B has opened up the floodgates for you to be sued. So they will sit and build a case on you and wait for the right thing to hook you and slap you with a lawsuit. And so I think the important thing is to know, as commentators, and when we get into that space, understand when it's gotten too far, when we have taken it personal. Because I think that what these two didn't want to admit is, all right, it got personal. It left commentary space and then got personal. It got personal. And I've even felt like it's gotten personal with me in different artists. And I'm like, all right, it's getting too personal here. And it's not that serious. And the more, like, I'm arguing with people, it's just, it's too personal. It's too personal. So you just got to move on. Now, what does this mean for bloggers, though? Well, yeah, we're a target. But I don't like this idea that you look at people like Tasha K, Milagro Grams, who had a vested interest in the excitement because they were battling. And then all of a sudden, they get wrapped up in the battle so far, then every blogger is supposed to stand with them. And now all of a sudden, it's, their freedom of speech is being taken from them. when you go through some of these court documents and you hear Milagro, that B is a lie, that B is a drunk, and that B, and I don't give up about she's a dummy B. Everybody don't talk like that. You talking about you a B and you got this and you got that and your daughter got this and you got. You're mad. You're angry. And I don't like that B and like, girl, like, you're not blogging. You're dragging it. Like you don't like it's some tea. And then you at the courtroom with Tory. Of course they're gonna get you Milagro-grams. You're in the courtroom giving like, yeah, what's up? I'm with the family. And then let's be clear, girls don't like other girls. So you were gonna be a target because here you are, you from Houston too, and you cute. So it's like, oh girl, you think you're gonna be up there? You're gonna be the new bitch that's gonna, you think you're gonna flirt? You think you're gonna defend Tory Lanez and flirt yourself into a cackle and a key with Tory Lanez and his family? You think you're gonna flirt your way and cackle and to be in the girlfriend or something? I mean, let me show you. You think you're cunt? Let me show you how cunt I am. That's what that gave. This is a girl fight. These are girl fights for sure. This is a girl fight. I'm gonna show you, girl. You think you're cunt? You think you're standing for Tory? And you're gonna drag me? Girl, let me slap you. Let me show you how. Let me show you. Okay? How I look beefing with a broke on Twitter. Is that what she said? Something like that. This is a girl fight. So at the end of the day, I feel like what I've learned from this is when I start feeling like it's getting too personal and I'm getting too locked into one energy, one female rapper. That's why even with the Cardi B shit, when it was going too far left, I'm like, girl, you can have it. I'm done. Because she threatening me. I'm feeling away and I'm already on the street feeling like, okay, you got people watching me. I promise you, I ain't gonna lie. I seen Tokyo one day and I was like, girl, she looked at me. I said, girl, don't talk to me. She like, what? I'm like, that whole online talking about she got people watching me. I don't know if it's you, girl. We not cool. Like, I'm like, okay, it's taking too far. I had a whole conversation where we outside the bar just really going in. I'm like, all right, you know what? This has gotten too personal because now I'm feeling like, girl, let me take a step back and let me chill. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't really want to be for none of these people. Let's keep it on the music. Let's take it there. But I'm not gonna be sharing no deep fake videos about you. I'm not gonna be talking about your kids. I'm not gonna be talking about your sexual activities. And my ego's not big enough to be like, okay, girl, you got it. You got it. You can make me, you can humble me in this moment right now, girl. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. A lot of times the bloggers get lost in the plot because the subscribers will gas you up. Your ego gets involved because you feel like you're not finna check me, you're not finna check me. And then you get so emotionally charged where you end up getting so emotionally invested and you end up sharing or saying or posting the wrong thing that they can hook you on. They have the money and the finances to play the waiting game. Not only do they have that, they have millions and millions of fans and lawyers that they can pay to sit online until you catch yourself up. They're not online talking. Our job is to talk every single day. And so what happens is if you talk long enough, you can fuck around and talk yourself into a lawsuit. So you got to be very strategic. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, in all fairness, just to give the girl some credit, some of the greatest have been hit with lawsuits. So sometimes you're just going to get hit with them. If you're making enough noise and your opinion is striking enough nerve, you're going to probably get hit with a cease and desist in a lawsuit. Being in this game, you're probably going to get hit with it. You know, I would never want to, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be over it, though, because listen, I'm apologizing first. Hey, send me the cease and desist first. I'll delete the video. Don't just surprise me, please. Don't just surprise me, because you win. You got it. You can have it. I don't give a delete. I'll delete the video. What you talking about? You got it. So hey, you got it on me. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want no problems. Period. So I think that we're in a climate now, though, where we do got to kind of watch what we say, because I don't think it's about necessarily them winning. I think it's more about them getting us to a point where, hey, we want your money. We want to drain you. We want to drain you. We want to humiliate you because we feel like you've humiliated us. So I think what's important is, what I've learned is to take the personal out of it, and when it feels like it's getting too personal, pull back. Take a break. Step off the gas. Because if it gets too personal, that's when you can slip up and you go too far, because you feel like a person got you up. And you feel like, you know what, I'm not going to let nobody play in my face like this, and I'm going to go in. And then you can go so far, then you got the cheers, the views is going up, you're getting posted on the blogs. It's a thing. And then you don't realize, damn it, they got me on the hook. And so I think that's what I've learned from this whole situation, and never be in a situation to where you can't concede, like, girl, you know what, you got it. You got it. You got it. Because is it really worth it? I don't want no smoke with nobody that much. We read and we keep, but girl, at the end of the day, if it come down to being attached to you legally, I don't want that. I don't want that to be in my brand. I don't want that to be my personality. And I just feel like I wouldn't want that attachment. Now, am I here for, the downfall of the female bloggers? No, because I'm on the blogger side. I give commentary. I give my opinion. So I don't want to be at a point where I can't say anything. But at the same time, I don't want to be, we cannot deny the fact that both of these people went really off the deep end and made it extremely personal. It wasn't just opposing commentary. So, but Milagro does have a GoFundMe. She's gained over, $10,000, so you guys can go support her GoFundMe. And I think she needed it. She even apologized to Megan Thee Stallion. I think it's too late. I don't think that she will. I think that Megan Thee Stallion, and I think that at the end of the day, they're wanting to get anything that was attached to that Tory Lanez thing, and they want it all wrapped up. No, nothing outside, anything that was attached to Tory Lanez has to be wrapped up. And I think Milagro kind of, unfortunately, while she was doing her job and doing commentary, and going to the courthouse, she kind of made herself a target when she was kind of vehemently, excited about her positioning during the trial with the family. See, I talked to the family. I was cool with the family. It was nice to me. But I was very adamant about the fact that he's going to lose. And he did that. I didn't give a damn how cool the family was, and how pretty the stepmom was, and how sharp the father was. At the end of the day, they wouldn't talk to me like that. They did, but then I also let them know he's going to lose. I would even tell Milagro Rams, we'd be back and forth, in the courthouse, passing notes. She'd be telling me not guilty, and I'd write her a note back and forth and say guilty. Because at the end of the day, like, the evidence was there. I think what she should have did was she should have let the verdict be the verdict, and she should have moved on to the next case. It was like, after the verdict came, she made a vow to ride it until, I guess, the narrative switched. And I think that that's the part that she's not taking accountability for, because most people that covered that case, once the case was done, Close your briefcase, close your notebook, turn your camera off, and on to the next case. Milagro never stopped. Hell, I didn't even really talk about it anymore unless there was other updates. She was pushing updates, pushing information. So we got to be honest about what actually was happening. Most journalists, when the case is done, the commentary is done. And I told her this. I said, girl, you need to be done with it. Move on. Now we're in a position where, I think that here's what I will say. We all have to go through and learn our lesson. And I think that through this, because I've listened to her frustration, I've listened to her vent, and I learned, shout out to Mel Robbins, with the let them theory, you have to let people figure things out on their own. I remember Milagro Grams, even when I was upset with the whole Nicki thing and unfollow, and we did an interview, and she was talking about how, what was it? Entitlement is dangerous. Insinuating that because I was upset that, Nicki didn't respond or, but she only responded to the negative, that I was entitled, and how Nicki, she wasn't entitled to anything. For fast forward maybe 2-3 years later, she's feeling some type of way because none of these major celebrities or nobody that it maybe have mentioned that they like her has dropped any money, has said anything, has came out and supported her. And what I would tell her is entitlement is dangerous. Because, and at the end of the day, Milagro, you too need to admit that you went that hard for Tory Lanez because you wanted something out of the deal. And now you're realizing you got nothing but a lawsuit. So now you feel used. The people that you thought were your allies, they promised you money. You're tweeting them on Twitter. There's no money. You're tweeting other people, and instead what they're tweeting is, God is good. The family can't give you any money. So you rode this wave, and boom. Now these people are nowhere to be found, and you kind of feeling the way. Yeah. It feels like that because it feels like, well, girl, when I ride for somebody, whether they ask me to or not, it's not that they owe me, but child, come on, girl, give me something back. Yeah, that's what that feels like. But according to you, you shouldn't feel any kind of way because entitlement is dangerous. So, I don't know. My thoughts are, let's just not take everything so personal when we talk about these people that have more money than us and more opportunity, because they're a lot more sensitive. And we got to be mindful of how dark we're getting when our feelings get hurt. See, I think sometimes our feelings get hurt and we feel like we're being tried, and we feel like we got bullied because it's the fans, it's this person, it's that person, and we feel like we can't say anything. And then we try to push our pen so hard to where we can push it, improving ourselves and around in a lawsuit. So I'm going to be more mindful in 2025 to try, if it's getting too hot, girl, you can have it. You can have it. If it's getting too hot, baby, you win. Okay? Hold on. How we doing over there on Twitch? What's the vibes? Can we get our subscribers up over on Twitch? Can we get into some things over there? And we coming over on Twitch for the after show too. But yeah, that was my thoughts on that. Now let's get into Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. So I put out a tweet that clearly went viral. I'm like, dang, the girls is ready. Let me see what I said on the tweet. All right, so the tweet, and I was minding my business. I didn't even really notice. Sometimes all my tweets that go viral are always when I just like roll over one day and I'm just like, let me put out a tweet. Then before you know it, I'm being dragged. And I'm just like, well, what happened? When did I tweet this? 11:04 a.m. Okay, so I'm like, well, what? Why am I being mentioned and what happened? So I put out a tweet and I said, I need Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion to give us our Kendrick and Drake moment for the culture. We do. I feel like I needed that. Now, hold on. I get what y'all saying when it's like, okay, boom. Nicki's going to look like a bully. Nicki's going to be a bad guy. And somebody made a really good comment and said, well, the industry doesn't like Nicki. So they're going to do what they did to Drake in the Kendrick beef and inflate the numbers for Megan Thee Stallion XYZ. I want to touch that really quick. My problem is this when it gets to the Kendrick and Drake thing and the inflated numbers. While Drake is definitely more, especially this, some sexy songs for you, this is definitely my pocket. Love this pocket. Down. My pocket for sure. Kendrick Lamar, very much so West Coast. I love that. I'm from the Bay. It gave very much Bay Area, East Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo, Turn Up, Hyphy Movement, E40, Too Short, Keep the Sneak, hands down. Love that for my turn up, and I loved Kendrick's artistry and how he outsmarted Drake and did a Drake on Drake. The problem that I have with the narrative that somehow, everything was inflated because it was Kendrick versus Drake is just the fact that, so if Drake loses, then something has to be rigged. No, the guy just lost. He got outsmarted. Kendrick had better music at the time, better comebacks, and he was the better fighter. It was what it was. Doesn't take anything away from Drake, but it was what it was. Now, back to Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know about you, but I need that. And it's not about, oh, Armon, you want rap beef and you want this, that, and the third. No, girl. The way that you guys set up there and did backflips for Bad Baby and Alabama Barker lets me know that the girls need some feedback. You gave these two clear women just like they were just out here rapping and rapping and rapping. And at the end of the day, I feel like we're overdue for a hip-hop moment from the female rap girls. I feel like that would really ignite female rap again. Now, some people saying, well, Nicki gets nothing out of it. Well, Nicki already called her out. So it doesn't matter what Nicki gets out of it because Nicki's been shooting shots at female rappers for years and directly called out Megan Thee Stallion. I'm more disappointed in Megan Thee Stallion for not meeting Nicki where she was at because I felt like Megan Thee Stallion honestly could go bar for bar and it would be a really, really great battle. And I just feel like, why wouldn't we want the girls to get in the ring and do their big ones? Look what it did for Kendrick and Drake. That rap beef with Kendrick and Drake single-handedly brought back hip-hop. Do we not have Kendrick and Drake dominating the Billboard Hot 100, dominating the Billboard Top 10? I think the last time I checked, I don't know what it is this week, but I think the week prior, I think not. Kendrick Lamar had like 4 songs in the top 10 and Drake had like 2. Kendrick Lamar had the number 1 and 2 spots. Then he had the like number 3 or 4 spot. Then Drake had like 5 and number 8, something crazy like that. For a long time, hip hop has been dead. No one's been able to sell. No one's been able to chart. We ain't seen performances. Now we got niggas performing at the Super Bowl. We got them chart like no other. We've got people dropping music. Numbers are doing well. People are streaming. Kendrick Lamar is breaking streaming records on Spotify. Hip hop is now back in rotation, all because of this beef. So let's not act like it didn't do anything for either one of their careers. I think now Kendrick's fans are more engaged than ever. Drake's fans are even more engaged than ever. And they're streaming the music and people and even the artists all around from socialites to celebrity artists and everyone involved is interested in what's going to happen and watching these numbers. So many conversations are happening. People are downloading. People are streaming. People are inspired by this. And so all I'm saying is, I feel like the women could do it too. I feel like the women could do it too. Why not? Why not? And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is the only one that could really give us a battle. I would have liked to see that. Why not? Out of all the girls that are out right now, I would like to see Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion go head up. I don't want to see Nicki and anybody else go head up because I feel like Nicki really wants that. And I think that while Megan Thee Stallion is not like a super mega star, but I think that, listen, she's got 3 Grammys, she's got #1 records. She's a worthy component. Cardi B would be the other one, but at the end of the day, respectfully, Cardi B, I just don't think is strong enough to battle Nicki Minaj. Even though Cardi B did call out Bia and say she wanted to get into the booth, but I remember Nicki Minaj challenged Cardi B to a writing match. That didn't really happen. But I'm saying, I personally feel that it would have to either be Meg or Cardi B. Can't be Cardi B just because Cardi B, the way that her stuff is too produced, and that's not a bad thing. I just think that like how Kendrick and Drake went back and forth. All right, I got a record ready, you got a record ready. I'm going to the booth, back, boom. I think that Megan can do that. People were saying, well, it needs to be Cardi, it needs to be Cardi. No, it doesn't need to be Cardi because it takes too long for the records. I think that, now Nicki's not a freestyle girl either, but I think she'll go and do what she needs to do and come back with something. Megan Thee Stallion is like a freestyle artist. She writes her raps. So I feel like the turnaround time is what we're looking for, is what we need. And I just think that sparring match is what we need. I think rappability, Megan Thee Stallion can give us what we need. Cardi B, if she was to battle Nicki, though, I think she would give us great quotables. I think she would give us slick lines. I think the only thing is, and I think that Cardi B has, like, it would be entertaining as hell. And I think, shit, to be honest with you, Cardi B would gain a whole hell of a lot of respect as an MC, as an artist. However, she would have to literally commit in that type of battle to go back and forth. That is the only reason why I feel like I wouldn't want Cardi B to do it, because it just takes her too long to turn over. And I don't know, and it's got to be visuals and it's got to be too much of a project. And I think that when you get into a rap battle, it just needs to be back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion can give us that. And I think that Nicki respects Megan Thee Stallion's pen. She don't like her, but she'll respect her, and she respects that battle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it, because and for all the people saying like, well, Armon, you're just trying to create beef. You're just trying to create beef. I feel like, girl, all you girls will be there seated and ready. Seated and ready. And talking about who won. And excited. The problem is, you girls are scared for Megan Thee Stallion to rise to the occasion and fuck around and catch one. It's no shade. The girls are afraid for Megan Thee Stallion to might be able to do her big one and give a few whacks. Or they're afraid for Megan Thee Stallion to get a little blow up off of this, which I get. But I feel like I wished Meg would have gave us that, because why did she let that rock? And I don't remember what I said during the time. Maybe I did say she didn't need to do it. I don't know. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm looking at Kendrick and Drake, I feel like, girl, why she didn't give us that? I feel like we needed that. We need that. We needed that. Put a one in the chat if you need that. That would have been fire. Y'all know it. Y'all know that I would have fired. That would have been fired. That would have ate the party up. The girls would have been sent. There'd have been a lot going on. And female rap would have been in the game. Female rap would have been in the game. But It is what it is. We didn't get that. I'm just like, girl, but by the engagement on the post, it seems like the people wanted it because y'all were so here for Alabama Barker and Bad Baby. And honestly, I didn't really give a shit about either one of them. I kind of liked Alabama's better a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But Bad Baby, one thing I can say about Bad Baby just gets it though. That girl I don't know what she does or how she does it, but if she ever taught a class on how to go viral and make it rich, I'm taking that class. Because that girl gets it. And it feels so intentional. Like anytime it happens, it's like she comes and she collects y'all coins and she dips. She comes and she gets the girls as coins and then she dips. I'm like, girl, this girl understands how to get the girls as coin. But while we speaking of Nicki, a lot of people are feeling like, oh my God, we don't like Doechii. Now listen, I haven't went through the whole Doechii thing and, but I just want to play this one thing. Actually, I'm not going to do it because it's on her YouTube channel and I don't want them to flag my video. So I haven't been listening to Doechii that long. I found her doing Persuasive. And I was like, oh, I like her. And I liked her because I felt like she was a dark-skinned girl that could give Doja Cat the run for her money. Like she was actually the singer, artist, performer, and rapper. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, like let's get Doja Cat out of here. Let there be a black girl that can really do it and really has the sass and the performance element, And then I started hearing the Azalea Banks comparisons where I kind of like, oh, okay, I heard that. But then I also knew that she was like a huge fan of Nicki because I think when Nicki performed in New Orleans, was it Essence Festival? I think Doechii was there and she was like, she loved Nicki and she was so excited and she was like going ape when Nicki performed. I think she was even front row at the concert. So I know that she's always been a Nicki fan. Now, people have been saying in certain interviews that she slowly stopped saying Nicki's name and this, that, and the third. And now, her latest, especially once she's won the Grammy and people are feeling like her latest, music is sounding a little Nicki-esque with the flow. I think even Capella Gray said a lot of these girls are trying to have a Nicki off. Here's my thing. Doechii is extremely talented. Her album really wasn't for me, but I love the fact that it felt like real hip hop. So I wasn't mad at her for getting the Grammy. I wasn't mad at her for getting the Grammy. I'm not mad at her any of her success. And then when I think about this girl in 2025, let's be clear. Let's take Nicki up real quick. In 2020, this girl posted a YouTube video about getting fired from her job. It's on her page. She kept all her videos up. She posted a YouTube video about getting fired from her job in 2020. She was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be good. I might just go to some labels. I might apply for some internships. I might go just anywhere I can just to see who's hiring. But at the end of the day, I don't have no kids. I don't have no place. I don't have no responsibilities. I'm going to be cool. For 5 years later, this girl is winning a Grammy. And was it album of the year? Rap album of the year? And only her, Cardi B, and Lauryn Hill have won that Grammy? That's huge. But then when you look at her, you're like, you may not like her style. Her style ain't really my thing. It's a little bit all over the place for me, and it's too kind of like tomboyish. I'm not really here for it. But I do like the fact that this girl is an artist. And then, of course, oh, well, she's an industry plant, it's TDE, da-da-da-da. Listen, that's fine to say if the vocals, the rhymes, the performance didn't add up. This girl can sing. This girl can dance. This girl is a hell of a performer. So, plan or not, she deserves to be here. She's a standout. She's literally a great artist. Like she's a creative. She's a creative, and you got to give the girl her credit. Now, when it comes to the Nicki, and I'm just being honest with you, this is a battle I don't want to see. I don't need to see this. I don't want to push this. I don't want to see nothing negative in regards to this because I just feel like, number one, first of all, if I'm inspired by a person and I look up to a person, like people I'm inspired by, Howard Stern, Ricky Lake, Wendy Williams for sure, Charlamagne the God. Love Charlamagne. I like his no nonsense. Love Joe Budden. I love how he can just sit back there and just have dialogue. And I love how even when Joe seems like he's going off and like crashing out, they really understand the art of communication and potting up there. Like Joe is like, no shade, one of the best podcasters in the game. Like if not the best, he just really understands how to dialogue. The nigga gets it. So I literally try to take bits and pieces. Hell, even Nicki's Queen Radio, there's things that I put in me from her. If you're inspired, if you look up to people, you are of course going to adapt some of the things that they have. I don't think that that's a problem. It'd be different if she came in the game acting like that she didn't look up to Nicki. You're gonna see certain things. If Nicki is who we say she is, if she is the queen of this, that, and the third, if she is the greatest of them all, at some point you are going to see some influence. But what's wrong with that? Doechii's like 26, Nicki's like 42 at this point. What's wrong with her being inspired by Nicki? This is not a battle. This is not a battle. And another reason why I don't want this to be a battle is because it just makes Nicki look a type of way. If this was a problem, and that's why I think the fans shouldn't push this, because this makes Nicki look away. This is not a battle that needs to be a battle, because it's almost like every single girl that becomes a star or wants to be a star in their own right, then all of a sudden there's a problem. Notice, there's only not a problem with if we're going with the fans, for you guys, with only one female rapper at this point. And it's no shade to her, but Bia. But then when you take a step back, look around, well, where's Bia's career? I mean, she has a career, but I mean, is she getting nominated for Grammys? Is she headlining like world tours? I mean, is she getting on Billboard? I mean, is she really popping? Or is she just an artist that's been here for a while, so she's pretty much established? I mean, we can go down the list. Megan Thee Stallion. And granted, to whatever happened. But we got Megan. We've got Doja Cat. We've got Lotto. We've got JT. We had Ice Spice. Every girl that shows some sort of main character energy or shows some, I want to be an alpha female in a way, or I want to have my own moment, you guys and the fans, it's always some like, okay, it's a problem. So I think that the fans should not push that. I don't think that Nicki is saying anything about it, but I don't think that the fans should push that. Now, you don't have to support her music if you feel like she's copying Nicki. You don't have to Doechii, because Nicki doesn't like that either. So maybe the smart barbs are really getting it like, okay, well, if Nicki's not showing her no love, no energy, then we don't have to show her no love, no energy either. But y'all also don't have to go and drag it. Because I feel like, let's let Doechii have her moment, and let's understand that, hey, maybe she is inspired by Nicki, and that's cool. But it doesn't take anything away from who Nicki Minaj is, and this is just a battle that I don't want to see. This is a battle we don't need, guys. And it's not that Doechii can't rap. It's a battle we don't need because we don't need Nicki looking crazy. Some of y'all said, somebody in the comments said, some of y'all would never have listened to Doechii if she was on the Grammys. This is absolutely true. But she's obviously done the work to become a part of the conversation. This is why a lot of people are upset. It is what it is. Some of you guys would have never known who I was if I wasn't on Fox Soul, or if I didn't go viral for. So what are you saying? She did the work to get more visibility. Some people would have never known who Kendrick Lamar was had he not performed at the Super Bowl. Big whoop-de motherfucking do. What is your point? That's usually how it works. But the people think that Doechii is copying Nicki Minaj. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Doechii is copying Nicki Minaj. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't, that you see the resemblance, but you don't really care. You know? So, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on it. And I think, and I'm going to be honest with you. See, this is where y'all not going to like me. There comes a point, okay. There comes a point where at some point I've said that I love you enough. And I'll be damned if I do, I'll be damned if I don't. Because it's like, all right, I love you, I love you, I love you. Boom, I'm in. Then I get to a certain level and it's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. When does that turn into like, all right, I'm trying to use you for clout, like Doja Cat used to do? Or I'm just a super fan and I'm trying to be under you. At some point, I have to get off of that. You know it's respect. But now my moment is here. And I have to dive into my moment. I love Joe Budden. I love Charlamagne. I love Wendy Williams. I love Nicki Minaj. Do you think I'm going to open, if I ever got a talk show or a huge podcast, am I going to open up every talk show or podcast or radio show telling everybody how much I love Joe Budden and Nicki Minaj and Wendy Williams every day? No. They know it already. Maybe here and there I'll sprinkle it in, but I'm not going to be announcing that to you every time when I'm on. My moment is here. I have to go. I'm not about, you niggas have already been here and did it. I'm not on that, especially, hold on, hey. And this is where we get into the entitlement and danger, but I'm just going to be real. I'm not going to keep doing all that. And especially it's like, girl, at this moment, did you do anything to help me get here? Did you give me a mic? Did you give me a feature? Did you let me sit on the pod? If I had to do everything, if I got here strictly on my own and I really didn't have any interaction with you, you didn't help, why do I have to keep mentioning you? Nicki ain't jumping around giving her features and sharing her music or shouting her out. So why does she have to do that all the time? She doesn't have to do it. Why does my success now have to be accredited to you? Why do I have to mention you? You ain't been a part of it. You ain't bringing me up to open for you. You're not bringing me up on tour. You're not giving me features and it's no shade. I love you, but at the end of the day, girl, it is what it is. I got here on my own merit. Now it's time for me to go. I'm not here to keep giving you all the damn credit, especially when you ain't done nothing to really add to it. And I just think that, let's go all the way back. I see people in the comments talking about it. Little Kim, I was getting there. There was a direct, a very clear, direct, whether you like it or not, direct influence of Little Kim and Nicki Minaj. There's no, I mean, Nicki Minaj literally was doing those same poses, wearing the wigs, the whole thing. It always, it's, what? Paid her homage. Now, however they went left, they went left. But Nicki Minaj was clearly inspired by Little Kim. The writing was all over the wall. Now, she took it and did her own thing with it. And also, there became a point where she stopped Little Kim, Little Kim, Little Kim. And so for my thing is this. Why is it okay for Nicki to have a moment in her career where she decided, respectfully, the homage has been given, it's enough. Now it's time for me to focus on me. Why can't other people do that with Nicki? I just don't understand that. Like, it's no shade. Like, why does it feel like people have to be an indebted contract of Nicki homage? Like, I don't get it. Now, I don't know if this was, now, hold on. It can get weird if you were never doing the Nicki, then all of a sudden you started doing either like a Meg, or a Cardi B, all of a sudden. Then I see where the girls could be upset. Because it's like, okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I see people in the comments saying Nicki was inspired by Foxy, not Lil' Kim. That's an argument that I'm willing to. I'm not saying that she can't be, but that's like a lot of these girls that try to come out and say that they was just inspired by Cardi B and not Nicki Minaj. Like, girl. And it's not that you can't be inspired by Cardi B, but it's like, girl, you definitely got inspired by Nicki too. You can't just be solely inspired by Foxy Brown and act like Little Kim ain't push nothing forward for you. Like, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. Y'all can buy that, but I would never buy that. And I never did buy that. So those are my thoughts on that. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on the day. We went and we did an hour live. So I want to see perhaps maybe we'll do some more Q&As. I don't know if we can take calls. I don't know how we can do this. Maybe I can try to see if I can bring people up if you guys have Twitch accounts. I don't know. Maybe, or maybe we can go through some of the interviews and stuff on Twitch. I just can't do it on here for copyright. So we can go through some of the interviews. We can kiki over there a little bit longer. So I'm going to give you guys the link to the stream over there so we can actually get into some of the footages. Okay. Because YouTube, y'all know YouTube ain't going to play with that stuff. So click the link here. We're going to wrap this right here. We are back. We will be doing more content. I just want to come back in and let y'all know we're back here. We're getting into some things. Got a new little vibe going, new little setup. Expect live streams, uploads. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, girls, head over to Twitch right now. I just pinned the link. And let's get into it.